Not long after I got out of foster care, I was by my aunt's then husband. And
how old were you then?
I was 16. They all said she would be fine, and then she wasn't even 6 weeks old yet. I woke up at 5:35 in the morning to find her gone. I had to do CPR. I had to call 911. I did it all.
Because we do ask for transparency on this channel, right? He did admit that he's still in the middle of his addiction. Are you on any type of addiction or anything like that? Okay.
No, I don't even drink.
What are your thoughts when he does spend money on that stuff? What's up, YouTube? The B-side is monetized. I really appreciate that. Go check it out right now if you haven't. Those videos are lit. And make sure you check me out on Instagram at Marcus the Interviewer. Now back to the content. What's up, YouTube? Atlanta Street Interviews out here with another one. So we got a couple out here today, guys. So how y'all doing today?
Good, just hot.
Yeah, very nice.
You know, it's starting to get there a little bit. It's gonna creep up to 70, 71 today. But you know, it's still that time where it's kind of cold in the morning and then it gets a little hotter in the days. It's confusing.
Yeah.
That's Atlanta weather for you. All right, so so are you guys homeless?
Yes,
sir.
Okay, do me a favor, pull in a little bit. I know y'all, yeah, pull in a little bit closer. There we go. All right, so so you know, you walked up to me, brother, because you saw me just interviewing the other young lady. And so, how long have y'all been homeless?
Pretty much going on like a year and a half.
Year and a half?
Yes, sir.
What was it that happened a year and a half ago that caused you to become homeless?
lost jobs.
Yeah.
Okay, both at the same time, or?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. What happened? Well, first of all, where were you working, and then where were you working?
Well, pretty much I was doing a little under the table job because it was kind of at the place I was staying in DeKalb County.
Okay.
And I was in between trying to find jobs and everything else, and really nothing came really through.
I get a kind of gig work type deal, right?
Yeah.
How old are you, by the way?
24.
24. How old are you, miss?
32.
32. You a cougar? How long? Yeah, we've seen that on this channel before. How long y'all been together?
2 years.
2 years?
Actually, a little over 2 years.
Yeah, a little over.
Yeah, because how old is the baby?
One.
One?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, so it sounds like, you know, y'all got pregnant kind of soon after getting together. Okay, okay. Fire romance. I ain't mad at it. All right. So okay. So about a year and a half. And so where was you working at, miss?
I was working at an basically Asian food place.
Okay.
I ended up not being able to continue working because at that point I was deemed high risk because I was pregnant with him.
Okay.
And it was either choose a job or my son in my life.
I get it.
You know
I get
what
it.
to do.
I get it. And so is this your first child?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is this your first child?
No.
No. How many do you have?
I really have 3. My middle baby, she passed away. And then my oldest, she stays with her dad.
Okay. How old is the oldest?
10.
I'm sorry to hear about your middle baby. How many years in between the 10-year-old and the one that passed?
Oh, and her, 2 years.
2 years? Okay. Was that with the same person or was that a different person?
Yeah, it was the same one.
Same dad or whatever?
Yeah.
How did that how did your child die?
6.
Ooh. Okay. Was it like within like a couple days or weeks? Or?
When she was first born, I knew something was wrong with her, and I took her to multiple doctors. They all said she would be fine, and then she wasn't even 6 weeks old yet. I woke up at 5:35 in the morning to find her gone. I had to do CPR. I had to call 911. I did it all. So the mental toll it took on me, I'm not the same after that.
I can only imagine. Like I say, definitely my condolences for that. And so what did the father of your child, what was his reaction when that happened?
It broke him. It ultimately led to us breaking up because it was just too much at that point. But I mean, we co-parent pretty well now. So
Is he black or white?
Black.
White? Okay. What did he think about you having, this child with this guy who's obviously black?
Both of them was black. So like.
Oh, I was asking, was the father of the other 2 kids?
Yeah.
Okay, they
he's
were.
black.
Okay. Gotcha.
They actually get along pretty well. They met. They dapped it up and everything.
Yeah, I get it. I was wondering if there was differences as far as race goes.
No.
Okay. So, all right. So about a year and a half, and so have you guys like gone through the shelter programs and all that stuff?
We're actually in a shelter right now, in the Salvation Army Family Shelter.
Okay.
They just make us leave during the day. So we just come out, look for jobs, basically just float around, do the best we can until we get some money coming in.
I get it. All right, so real quick, so let's just start from the beginning. So, oh, real quick, where did y'all meet? Did y'all meet here in Atlanta or somewhere else?
Tennessee.
Tennessee? What part of Tennessee?
Nashville.
Hey, man. Shout out that Nashville, Tennessee, man. Shout it on out. Shout out that TSU, man, all day.
Man, what?
Yes, sir.
I used to work at the, like, right before, whenever I had to quit working, I was working at the Nissan Stadium where the
yeah, where they play.
Yeah, where they play.
Yeah, man. Shout out that
right
TSU,
before they
man.
started building onto the stadium, so.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I had a lot of friends that went to TSU. Shout out Trey, Dave, Melinda. Shout out all y'all, man. All right. So anyway, so y'all met in Tennessee.
Yeah.
What made y'all decide to come down here to Atlanta?
Hopefully better opportunities. Because at first when we come down here, somebody had promised us a place to stay and up enough to where we could actually get on our feet and make our own money. And then when we got down here, it didn't go like that. We ended up getting thrown out at 8:25 in the morning with the baby, not even caring if we had anywhere else to go.
How long were y'all there for before you got thrown out?
It was just a few days.
4 days.
Yeah,
And
about
so
4
what
days.
happened?
She just, I don't know whether or not she got mad at the job she was with and just come and decided to take it out on us, but just one day she just said like she wants her house back. We wasn't even fighting, no
All
argument.
this stuff out. Everything.
Like,
All the baby stuff out?
yeah, she took whenever we was getting ready to leave that morning, she took his stroller and just.
Well, were y'all arguing prior to that?
No,
The only thing we did was
Was
just wake up.
Was this a family member?
no, it was supposed to be a really good friend,
Okay. Were they black or white?
but
Black? Okay. So yeah, so all right, so let's do all right, so real quick, at this point what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna separate, all right? So I'm gonna do him real quick, then I'm gonna do you afterwards, okay? All right, so you come on over here, brother. All right, so we just separated from you guys from each other so we can do the separate part of the interview. So we're just gonna start from the beginning. So where you from?
Dalton, Georgia, baby.
Oh, you from Dalton? Carpets of Dalton. The Wolf Man and Donna.
Man,
listen,
don't
if
get
you
me
from
started.
Georgia, you know about the Wolf Man and Donna. I used to, man, whenever I see those throwback commercials, it makes me feel so good, man.
Make me feel old.
All right, so how do you get?
32.
32. Your boy,
24.
24. Okay. Okay, so growing up in Dalton, did you have both mom and dad in the household?
I had my mom to a point, but I grew up in and out of foster care until I got too old to be in there at 16.
What was the first age that you had to go to foster care?
I don't know. I
That-
don't know. I
that
was
young?
too young to remember.
Okay.
I'm
What was
glad,
the
but-
stated reason why you had to go back and forth to
Neglect.
foster care? Okay.
Like, I didn't want to, I was too young to even believe it. And at a certain point, I didn't believe it until I got old enough to realize what was really going on.
Okay. As far as your dad goes, what's going on, y'all? Man, nah, y'all too close, man. Y'all back up, man. Y'all back up. Y'all know y'all the homies, but y'all know this is my office. This is my office. I gotta do my work real quick now. All right. Now I love you now. All right. Okay. So as far as dad goes, was he active and present in your life? Not at all.
No.
Okay. And so growing up, would you say you had like a fairly normal childhood?
No.
Tell me about it.
Like I said, I grew up in and out of foster care, so I really didn't know where I was going to be at the next day, to be honest. Like, the longest I ever remember even being at a foster home was like maybe a month or so, and then they would switch me
month?
again. Yeah, and then they would have moved us out. They had separated me and my younger brother, like, I don't know how many times, because they had to put him in a special home because he's special needs. So they had us separated, so I didn't even know when I was going to see him again. Or even hear his voice.
So you was like, the longest you stayed was a month?
In a foster home, yeah, before they moved us.
Jesus, yeah, the instability. And as a kid, I can only imagine. I'm going to go ahead and ask early because we've heard so many stories about foster care. Did anything like ever happen to you, like any type of sexual assault or anything like that?
Not anything sexual. I was bullied in one group home I was in just because I was the youngest one. Like, all the older kids would basically team up on me, like throw me in a shower, put pine sol and everything else. Like, from then on, I started being I'm not going to say I'm antisocial, I'm just an introvert. I just look and watch before I do anything.
Okay.
Like, I don't trust a lot of people.
I get it. Did you end up going to high school?
Yeah.
Graduated?
Unfortunately, no.
No? What was the highest grade?
10th.
10th? What made you drop out in 10th?
I was getting bullied. Over my
Okay,
weight.
incessant bullying.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I ended up going back to school and get my GED, but that's besides the point.
Okay, all right. Well, no, I get it. So when you dropped out of school, who were you living with at that point?
My mom. That was when that's after I aged out of foster care.
And so you was living with mom after that? And so what was life like at that point?
Hell. So much hell. Like, there was, not long after I got out of foster care, I was by my aunt's then husband. And
How old were you then?
I was 16.
16?
I was 16 years old.
And so, because you said that you had a little bit of weight on you, right?
Yep.
And so, what did your aunt look like?
She's a big woman. She's always been a big woman.
Okay, so he likes probably a bigger woman, and you were a younger, bigger woman.
Yeah.
And so,
the fact that I was by myself at home.
Well, and so I was about to say, because did he live with you guys, or?
No. Okay. So where we was living at, we was staying in the projects. Whenever you would go out our back door of the apartment, go straight, that would be her apartment. Right.
Okay. So he would wait until nobody was there. How did it happen the first time?
It was only one time.
Okay, it was only one time. How did that happen?
As far as how did it happen?
Yeah, like logistically,
all I know is I remember going down there, asking for like a can opener or something, because I was trying to open a can, and then fast forward, it happened, and then I called.
Well, now hold on now.
I try not to think about it a lot.
Well, and I'm sorry to have to re-trigger these memories, right? But we do like to understand, how does this happen? Like, we know what happened.
Yeah.
But like, did he convince you to take your clothes off or something? Like,
he pushed me on the couch.
So you went over there, asked for a can opener. He was like, sure, come in. And then,
and at first I thought I could trust him.
Was it like small talk for a little bit, or was it like immediately as soon as you got in, he pushed you down on the couch?
I'm gonna say it was like a couple minutes afterwards.
So he meandering for a couple minutes.
Yeah.
And then he pushed you on the couch and did what?
He got on top of me, stripped my clothes off.
What were you thinking at this point?
I was scared. I didn't know what to do. I wanted to fight back, but I was scared. I was
kind of had the freeze response.
I was free. I froze. Like, I didn't know what. I knew what was happening, but I couldn't believe it. And at the same time, like, I was fucking 16.
When he finished,
I got up and ran.
You got up and ran?
I got up and ran. I called.
Were you naked still? Or?
No, my clothes got put back on before I ran. So like, I ran out the back door. I went to our apartment, locked both doors, the front and the back door. I called my mom while she was at work. Her and my aunt rushed home after that happened. My aunt took my uncle's, no, I'm not gonna say my uncle, her ex-husband off somewhere, and my mom just tells me I'm lying because she's trying to protect her way back and forth to work.
Which was her sister?
Yep.
Wait, so you called your mom right away, and she rushed home, and then she didn't believe you?
No, she still don't.
Is your aunt still with her husband?
No, she been divorced him some years ago.
Wow.
And the sad part about it, after all that happened, my aunt actually believed me. That's why she ended up pressing charges, and there was charges that got pressed on him. I don't know what charges or anything. I just know he went to jail. He was gone for a while, and the last time I heard, he's got prostate cancer and he's dying. I'm a firm believer karma's a bitch. Karma's a bitch.
Ooh, okay, so, all right. Was that the only incident of any type of sexual assault happening to you?
Yeah.
Okay, so that happened at 16, and again, we have another case where the mom didn't believe the daughter. What effect do you think that had on you?
From that point on, I didn't trust my mom no more. Like that our relationship, what relationship there was, it was gone. And that's not even the worst she's done.
Well, I can imagine. I mean, you were taken for neglect, so I can imagine some of the... What would you say is the worst that she's done?
I'm going to say it happened way after that. Whenever my daughter passed away, I called her. She called me because at that point, like I said, our relationship was gone, and somehow she got a hold of my number. So whenever I realized it was her, I said, Mama, Isabella's gone. You're lying. What the fuck am I lying about? My daughter's dead. And then she was like, oh, well, your brother's in the hospital. What the hell are you calling me and telling me my brother's in the hospital after I just lost my fucking child? And then she messaged me on Facebook maybe like a week and a half after that saying I'm just a bitch. All I do is cause stress on her. Da-da-da-da-da. Man, get out of my face with that. To this day, I don't. Like, you cannot have me and her in the same room or else we're going to be fighting.
Oof.
And I hate to say, like, I wanted a relationship with at least one of my parents, and I didn't get it. I had to be my own parent.
How does that make you feel?
It made me stronger.
I didn't ask what the result was. I asked how does it make you feel?
On some real shit, sad. Because my mom wasn't there when I needed her. She wasn't there for neither one of the births of my kids. She wasn't there for my middle baby. She passed away. And up until a certain point, she didn't know that baby over there existed. Because I didn't want I didn't want neither one of my parents to have anything to do with my kids because of the way they done me. And until this day, my dad don't even know he exists.
Your oldest child stays with your mom?
No, her dad.
Okay, her dad.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's in Dalton?
No, they're in Cartersville.
Cartersville? Okay. So, I see you chose this younger guy here, right? Obviously you like black guys. Okay. Did you always date black guys?
Be honest, yeah. I mean, I tried a couple of white guys here and there, but I mean, it went left quick on that part. But it's just, whenever I was in the foster care, the few homes that I did connect to, they was black family homes. That's where I felt more at home at. Like, I felt protected. I felt loved. I was good. Like, I didn't have to worry about nothing. Until, obviously, the system up and moved us, but that's besides the point.
Okay. And so, like I say, you're with this guy. Now, he did admit, because we do ask for transparency on this channel, right? He did admit that he's still in the middle of his addiction. Are you on any type of addiction or anything like that? Okay.
No, I don't even drink.
What are your thoughts when he does spend money on that stuff?
I mean, here lately he hasn't, but
yeah, he say he's been kind of slowing down and everything else.
Yeah, because like I told him, it's either the drugs or his family, and I'm not gonna stay around if he's gonna keep doing it.
Okay, so that's what you told him?
Yeah, and that's why he's straightening it up, because he knows I'm serious.
Okay. So, what are you guys gonna do to get yourself out of this position?
We're looking for jobs now. He's waiting to hear back from a couple of places, and as soon as he figures out what shift he's on, I'm gonna be on the opposite shift so we don't have to worry about childcare.
Okay, I get it. With that happening to you at 16, well, you say that he went to jail and cancer and everything else. Have you seen him since then?
No.
If you did see him, what would you tell him?
Literally, karma's a bitch. Like, I don't mean to keep saying that, but like, whatever you put out into the world, you're gonna get it back. It doesn't matter. Like, that's why I always try to be good to people, because I don't need bad work on me or anything.
I tell you what, you preach the word then, so I ain't mad at that. Well, listen, miss, we really appreciate you taking the time answering all of our questions. If anybody out there wanted to reach out, help, or donate, do you have a way that they could do that for you guys? Do you have social media, Cash App, anything like that?
I have Cash App, and I also have PayPal.
Okay, what's your Cash App?
It's connected to my number. I don't remember the actual cash tag.
So we don't want to give the number, all right? But is it on your phone? Let's go get it real quick. Let's go get it. All right. Well, listen, guys, we really appreciate y'all pulling a little bit closer together. Yeah, just kind of, yep. All right. Listen, guys, we really appreciate y'all taking the time answering our questions. And we definitely wish y'all and the baby nothing but the best out here, all right? Y'all make sure y'all have a good one, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right.